Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Entroparity Loop by Yitrio. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, where basically we need to place in every cell in the grid a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We have to draw a 1-cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells. The loop may not touch itself, not even diagonally. So what is an orthogonally connected loop? Another definition for it would be every cell on this loop, which is basically a thing that connects to itself, right? It's a loop, not a path. But everything that's on the loop must share an edge with exactly 2 other cells on the loop, right? So this would be a valid and if it shares a corner with another cell in the loop, they must be neighbors or they must share a neighbor, right? These both share a neighbor here. So this is an example of a loop that is valid. One that is not valid would be something like this, because this is touching itself or on an edge, right? It goes here, and then it touches itself here. So that's why I say that every cell in the loop must share an edge with exactly 2 cells on the loop, right? Because this shares an edge with 3 cells, and that makes that not valid. This is also not a valid example of an orthogonally connected loop, or at least this one, because we cannot touch ourselves. The loop cannot touch itself diagonally, and this touches itself diagonally, which is why that's the if cells on the loop share a corner, they must be neighbors or they must share a neighbor here, right? These are not neighbors, and they don't share a neighbor. So that's the reason why I have the definition of the orthogonally connected loop as the way I do. Okay, the loop acts as both an entropic line and a parity line. So an entropic line is each set of 3 adjacent digits along the loop must be 1 low digit, 1, 2, or 3, 1 medium digit, 4, 5, or 6, and 1 high digit, 7, 8, 9. And digits along the loop must alternate between even and odd parity for the parity line. So as an example that fits both, you could have something like 3, oops, we have colors right now. We have 3, 8, and 5. And this would successfully satisfy both criterias. So the entropic line, every 3 cells must be you have 1 low digit, 1 medium digit, and 1 high digit. And for the parity lines, every 2 cells you have 1 odd and 1 even, right? So these 2 cells, 3 is odd, 8 is even. These 2 cells, 8 is odd, even, 5 is odd. For these 3 cells as a whole, 1 is low, 3, 1 is medium, 5, and 1 is high, 8. So that's an example of how entropic and parity lines work. And finally, we have digits in cells with arrows. Count how many loop cells are in the indicated direction and not including the cell itself. So, as an example, this would be 1 because it sees 1 cell in this direction that's on the loop. This would also be 1 for the same reason. This would be 2 because it would see 2 loop cells in this direction. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4, and this would be 3 as examples of how assuming that this was obviously the loop. But that's basically making those assumptions. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so for each arrow, you can have at most 1, 2, 3 cells on the that it sees on the loop. This sees one. This has to see exactly one greater than this. Actually, that's not true. It could see two greater than that, right? No, it has to see exactly one greater than this, right? Because it can't see the same, because then there would be the same digit. And it can't see less because it sees these three cells and it sees this one. So first of all, this must be on the loop because this must see more cells on the loop than this does, right? It can't see less, it can't see the same because you'll see these three, which this one also sees, but it also sees that cell. And so this must be on the loop. So this sees one more than this, which is 2, 3, or 4. This sees at least one cell on the loop. It cannot go out and then back in. So I think it has to see all of these, right? So it must see at least these two. If we try to go out and back in, it would be considered touching itself to continue on the loop. So it cannot go out that way. It has to continue that way. So this is at least one cell. This is at least two. That means this is at least two. It has to see three, at least, because this must be a 3 length on the loop. Otherwise, it would be going in and then going back out and touching itself. So this must see at least 3. This could do something like that, right? If this sees, this can't just see 3. If this sees just 3, it's just basically those. Well, I guess it could be, I guess that's possible. This sees 2 and that sees 1. Okay, so this could be 3. This could be up to 8 cells that it sees. So this is 3 through 8. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4 cells at most. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cells at most. So this is 1 through 7. This is 1 through 8. This is 1 through 8. And this is 1 through 8 here. This sees 1 through 5. Okay, so this is guaranteed to be a low. Oh boy. And it's on the loop. So this is low and it's on the loop. How do we designate between odd and evens too? It's going to be kind of a pain. We're going to make gray not on the loop. So this is 1 greater than this. But the thing is that the loop doesn't have to continue past this. If this is 3, then it would be on the loop. Right? 3, 2, and 1. But it could do something like this, right? Either way, we know this cannot be 1 through 3. It's 4 through 9 there on the loop. We don't know if it's medium or if it's high. We don't know if it's odd or even. So the question is, what... Obviously, if this is 1 and... if this is... That can't be 1 and 2. If this is 1 and 2, it must do something like that. But then the problem is these would be on the loop, and you have 3 cells, 2 of which are low, which is not possible. So this cannot be 1 and 2. So this can't be 3 anymore, because we know we have 3 here, right? It's either 2, 3, or 3, 4. So this sees... I think then it has to be 2 that way. It can't be... What it cannot be is something like going here and then going out and then going back in to be 2. Because then that loop doesn't continue anywhere else. So it must continue to here. So this sees at least 2. If this is 2 and 3, this sees more, but it could do something like that. And then go back in. Right, so that is possible. Yeah, so we know one of these is 3. That means this has to be at least 4. Let's assume this is 3 and 4. So then that goes all the way in. This would have to be a low number, and that's not possible. So this has to just be 2 and 3. So this is 2 and 3, which means this is not on the loop. So it must be 3 digits that way, and it must go out this way, and this is not on the loop. So these have to be odd, which is 5, 7, 9. And this is odd, 5, 7, 9. So we're guaranteed one of these digits is a 5. Because one of them must be odd and middle. You can't just go 1 back in and then go out. So this is 2 or 3. That means this is not on the loop. It sees 2 digits here. It goes out here. This must be a low. So this is 1, 2, or 3. And it has to... This is even, so this is odd, which makes this even. So this is 4, 6, 8, which makes this 1 or 3 to be odd. This cannot just go back here and then touch and then go out. So this can't be 4. If we try to go 2, that doesn't work because it would touch itself. So it can't be 5. And it can't be 8 anymore, so this is 6 or 7. So this is not on the loop because it would consider touching itself. You could do something like that. This can't be 2 or 3. That means it must be either 3 cells, 3 cells, or 4 cells. So these are on the loop also. Guaranteed. And we're either 3 cells, or 4 cells. Okay. This can never be 5, right? No. If we try to go 5, it would have to be something funky like this, and that... I guess that... No, that would be 4. If it's 5, all of these are on the loop, and then this would have to connect to this because that shares a corner, and you can't have to share a neighbor or be neighbors, and they're not neighbors. But then the problem is it has to connect to here, and then that would not form an actual loop. So this cannot be 5. This is either 1 or 4. Interesting. So if it's 1, obviously it's just, it doesn't go out here. It just goes straight here to here and some sort, and goes there, and then goes there. If it's 4, how does that work? I guess it could do something like this. No, that would be not 4. It would have to do something like that, I guess. Or something like that. Huh. Huh. What it cannot do, though, is something like this. Remaining digits in row... Oh. Remaining digits in row 1 are 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. we are guaranteed a low in one of these 3 digits, right? Because it's going to be 3 cells along this row on the loop. Hmm. This is one of each. So can we have 7 is kind of the question. If we have 7 here, that means one of these is high. These would both be high. So okay, so if we had 7, it would be like that, right? 1 could not be either of these. We'd have 7 here. One of these would be high, guaranteed. Oh. That's kind of a problem. Hmm. So one thing we cannot do is something like 1, 2, 3, and then back here. Right? Because this low would be 1, but the next low would have to be even. So we have to go pretty far off to be like 1 or 3 here. Then we need a 2 left. So I don't, unless it goes like this, something funky like 1, 2. But even then, yeah, how is it going to be here? So I don't, okay. You could have 1 here and then 2 here. That is possible. Okay. Right. You could do something like that. But you can't be something short here. Because if we try to do something short, this is going to be a 1 as a low odd digit. Because it can't be 2 or 3. And then this would have to be a 1 as a low even digit, which is not valid. So it cannot be that way. Therefore, you're going to have at least more than this, right? So you're going to have more than 1. You can't just have 1 come here. Because it's going to have to do some weird thing to go back here and then come back at least. So we need to have 4 here. So this is 4. It must have a 1 and a set of 3. And the set of... It cannot do something like that because it can't be 4 anymore. So could it be 1, then this way, then that? So that would be 1. This would be 2, and that could be 1. So that is possible. So I don't think anything is possible to get to here, right? Because the problem is this now can't be 1 anymore. So it has to be 4. Which means we need a set of 3 and 1 digit here. You can't have really... I don't know how that would work. So this has to be 3 here and 1 here for it to work. Because it can't be just 2. You can't go 2 and then... Well, I mean, you could go 2... It doesn't work. You can't go 2 and 2 because it has to connect here. How does it go out and connect as a loop? It can't. So this must be 3 and 1, which means this is 3 and 1. This is not on the loop. This must go this way. Cannot go this way because it would be touching itself, so it has to go that way. Same with this. This must go that way, and this is not on the loop. So this sees 6 cells that are on the loop because this cannot be on the loop here. So we don't have 6 here. We don't have a 6 here. This has to be a 1 here as a low. So this is low and is a 1. This is low and must be 2. This is low and must be 1, which makes that low and must be 2. So this is 2. We have 2 here. This sees at least it sees 3 because it can't see this cell cannot be on the loop because it goes this way and then connects. So none of these cells can be on the loop because it would be considered touching itself. It must connect through one of these two to go here. This sees 3 cells. This must be 1 here, which eliminates 1 in the rest of the row. We have to have one of these be medium. Wait, why can't this be 5? This should be able to be 5. Okay, well. This is even because of it's next to an odd on this line, so this is 4 8. This can't be 4 8s, 5 7 9. We have a 4 8 pair in row 1, which eliminates 4 and 8 in the rest of the row. This is 5 7 9. This must be 1. This is even, and it cannot be 4, so it's 6 or 8 here. This is odd and is not low, so it's 5 7 9. This is odd, cannot be low, so this is 5 7 9. This is 6 or 8 here as an even, and these have to be the same. Wait, hold up. That's not right. This is even, so this is 4 6 8. Okay, there we go. And then this is 5 7 or 9. Interesting. So this cannot be 1 or 2. It can't be 3. We already see 4 cells. Actually, we must see 5 cells. So this is at least 5. This cannot be 3. So this sees 1, 2, 3 cells, 4, 5, 6. This sees 2. This sees 3. This sees 4. This sees 3. This cannot go this way, so this cannot be on the loop. This could turn here. That is fine. And it could even include the 3, because that would be odd. This must be odd here and high. So, okay, let's just mark these as different sets. We're going to mark it... This will be orange. And that means this is orange here. This is orange here. I guess we'll make this yellow. This is yellow. This is orange. This is yellow. Yellow. One of these is yellow, so this is orange here. This must be yellow. Orange. So we know one of these has to be a 5. So this cannot be 5 here because... And these are the same set. Well, they're both odd. They have to be then 2 highs. So the yellows are highs. And the oranges are medium. So then this must be a 5 here. This is 5. This is high and is 8, which makes this 4. This cannot be 5. It's 7 or 9, which makes this 5 here. This is middle as a 6. And this cannot be part of the loop because this must be high next. So this is high and is 8. That leaves us as a 7 9 pair in box 2. This is not on the loop again. And this can't be on the loop either. This is 4. This has to be a 7 9 pair. This cannot, this is medium, so it's 4 6. This is medium, so this is a 5, which means this can't be 5. So it must see at least 6, 7, or 8 cells. It cannot go out and then, well, it could. Okay. This is low. 4 or 6. Remaining digits in Remaining digits in box 3 are 3, 4, and 6, and this cannot be 4 or 6 because of 4 or 6 in the row, so that's 3, which makes this not 3. This is 4, 6. Remaining digits in row 2 are 1, 3, 7, 9. So this blue cannot go this way because it cannot be a high even digit, so it must be this way. So this is a high even digit, and it's 8. That leaves the remaining digit in the box as 2 and 5. Or a row, basically. So it could be here and 5. That is possible. This can't be 4 anymore. This could just continue on, right? It could be 5, 8, 3. Yeah. Okay. So this sees 2 at least, so it cannot be 1. We know this sees 1. We don't have anything else. This can't be 5. This can't be the full 8. If it's 8, all of these are on the loop. And then, well, actually it could work, potentially. This could be, that would then be 2. Yeah, it doesn't have to go down here. Interesting. This has to be at least 2. Well, it could exit out that way, so it doesn't have to see that. But if it did that, then this would not be, again. So this can't ever be 1. If this is 1, no other digits besides this is on the loop. It has to exit out somewhere to connect. So therefore, it would exit out this way, but then this would be high, medium, low, high, and so couldn't be 1. So this cannot be 1 here. 3. 3 has to be one of these 2 digits here in column 9. What else do we have? This is not on the loop. That's one thing we know. Yeah. Okay, what happens if this is 8? It has to essentially do... It could do something funky like that. Or it could just go straight and then go like that. So what happens if we do this way? So then this would be green, blue, red, green, blue, red, and green. Okay, so that way doesn't work. What about if we go this way? Red, green, blue, red, green, blue. Oh, but this can't be 2. And it would have to be 2 if it goes this way. Okay, so it can never go here because this would be even, odd, even, and low. And the only low even is 2. So it has to go this way. So then this is middle and is 5, and that's 2. So this can't be 2, obviously. These are not on the loop. This can't be on the loop for the same reasoning, because if that went on the loop, it would have to be a low even, which is 2, which cannot be there. So this is more than 2. Could it be 8? Again, we can't have it. No, it cannot be 8. Can it be 7? Maybe. No. The only way it's 7... Well, it could do something like that. That is possible. cannot be 8 though. If it's full 8, that would be high, medium, low, high, medium, which 3 is not. So this cannot be 8. It could potentially be 7. Huh. Oh, this is at least 6. So it has to exit out here somewhere. So this can't be... Well, it could do something like this to here to here. But then you have the same problem, right? Can it do something like that? It could do something like that. That is certainly possible. Where's 5 in column 8? It has to be here because it can't be 5 in the rest of the row. Where's 5 in box 5? Cannot be here or here or here, so it's one of those two. So it could do something funky like that. That is possible. It does have to enter in back here, so that's why it can't be 8. But it could do something funky like this, right? Maybe. Or even more extended, right? Just to make it match. There's at least 2 more here, so it could just do one here, or one here, one here. That's possible. Or it could do something like 3. Oh, it can't do that. It could do something like 4. So I think if it's 4, well, it could do something like that, right? Just going back there. Or it could be one that way and one this way. That's also possible. Can this be a full 8? If this is 8, no. If this is 8, this would have to be a high digit, and it would have to be even. And that would be only 8. So this cannot be 8. This is 6 or 7. If it's 6, it just continues on here. If it's 7, it could do 1, 2. Or, well, no, it can't. It could do something like that. So it would have to be on the loop here. Okay, so let's try what happens if this is 7. So then this would be high. We'd have medium this way. Medium, low. So that would be 3. This would be 4 or 6. That's fine. This would then be 8. So it'd have to go here. High. Medium. Cannot go this way then. Low. Maybe go low, high, medium, low. Yeah, that's possible. But that doesn't work. Because this can't be 8 anymore, but you need the 5 to be next to an 8 on the loop. So it cannot be 7. Therefore, this must be 6 here. So this is 6, which makes this 4, which makes that 6. This only sees 6 cells. Can't go back here and then touch, because then that's not going to form a loop. So it has to go out here. This is 8. And then it goes this way. So this is not on the loop. So it goes this way. This is low. It has to be a 1. It cannot... It could be 7 still here. No, it can't. It can't connect and then connect there. So this is not on the loop. And this cannot be on the loop. Because it can't go out here and then connect back. And then it can't go medium, high here. Which it has to. So it's low, medium, high, low. So it cannot be 7. Can it be 6? Maybe. These can't be on the loop because it would have to go in and touch itself. So this is not on the loop there. We have to have a medium even digit, which could be either of these. Then a high odd digit. Oh, this has to be high odd. Either one. So this cannot go this way. It's 4 or 6. If it's 6, it has to be the full amount here. So that would be low, high, medium, low, high, medium. And that's not allowed. So this is 4. So this is 4. It cannot be 1, 2 here. It has to be 1, 2. Right? Because it can't go touch for 2 and then exit back out. So it has to be then 1, 2, 3. So this is high. This is medium. And then it exits back out here. This is low. So this would be a 3 to be, this is even, or this is odd here, high. So that's 7, 9. This is even. It can't be 4. It's 6. And then this must be low. These are not on the loop because this sees only 4. This now sees, it cannot be 2. It sees 1, 2, and 3, and it can't be 4. So this is not on the loop. So then this sees 3. So this is 3, which eliminates 3 here. That's 1, which eliminates 1 in the rest of the row. This sees 2, and it cannot double back here because that'd be considered touching itself. It can't go this way because that could be considered touching itself. So this is 2 here. And this cannot be on the loop, and this can't be on the loop. So since this can't be on the loop, none of these can be on the loop because it would be exiting out and not being able to connect. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 5, which makes this 2. We have next to the low odd, it has to be a high even, and it cannot be high even here because there's only 1, so it has to be 8 here. So this is not on the loop. This sees 2, this sees 6. So I think all the arrows are done. This sees 6 cells on the loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This sees 2. This sees 3. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4. This sees 3. This sees 4. This sees 1, 2, and 3. This sees 2 on the loop. And this is a 7, 9 pair, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the column. So this is 3, which makes this not 3. This is 8. We have to have a 5 for an odd middle digit. Cannot be going that way, so it must go this way. So this is 5 and odd, which means this can't be 5. This must be a 5 here. It cannot connect to here then because the only way to connect would be this way, and that has to be low. So either of these could be low. But if we tried low here, I guess it would have to be high here. So this is not on the loop, and it can't go here and then exit out, so this is not on the loop either. So one of these is a 2. We know that for certain. But we don't know which one. It could be 2 going 7, 9 here, or 2 going 7, 9 here. It cannot go 2 to 7, 9 here because we have the 7, 9 pair in the column. Where's 2 in row 6? Can't be here because of 2 in the box. Can't be here because 2 in the box. These are filled out, so this must be 2 here. Which means this can't be 2, so that means it must go this way. To be an even low digit, to be next to it. That means this can't be on the loop, which means this can't go double back here because they can't exit out then. This 2 cannot go here because it needs to be next to a high odd digit, and this 7, 9 pair eliminates all possibilities for that. So this must be high, which means it connects to one of these. So this is 7, 9 high, and we need a 4 or 6 as a medium to connect. And the rest of the grid cannot connect because, again, these must share a neighbor because they're not neighbors themselves. Okay. What about digits? 1 has to be... Okay. Twos. We have 8 twos, right? So we know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be here. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this must be 3 here. Oh, this 5 eliminates 5 here, so this can't be 5, which means 5 in column 8 has to be there. Remaining digit in column 9 is 7 or 9. That means we have a 7-9 pair in box 9, which eliminates 7-9 in the rest of the box. So this can't be 1 or 8. It has to be a 4, which leaves a 1-8 pair in the remaining digits in box 9. Where is 4 in row 6? Can't be here because of 4 in the box. These are filled out. These are filled out, so this must be 4 here. This could go either way. That's kind of unsatisfying there. Anyways, this is 4, which makes this a 6 left here. That's kind of unsatisfying. Huh. It could go either way here. Yeah, it's pretty unsatisfying, but okay. Yeah, because these are the same digits, so it has to go through one of these. Anyways, remaining digits in... Oh, wait, that can't work. I must have messed up, because the problem is this is 7 or 9, and we have all of the 7 or 9s here. Okay, so we kind of messed up here. How did we mess up? Ugh. Huh. Hmm. Dang it. Okay. Where did I mess up? Uh, that kind of sucks. High, medium, low. 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 Okay. Uh, two odd. Sorry, even, odd, 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 even. That's satisfied there. Okay, where did I mess up? Shoot. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Mm. Right, this does have to go this way here and then exit back out because it can't do 3 this way. Right? How does it essentially force that? It can't. It can't get 1 and then that way. And again, it can't do a large loop here. Um, So, right, because yeah, the way that it tried to go here, this would be 1, and then this would be 1. So they would both be odd low digits, which wouldn't work. Um, ugh. Yeah, and the problem with this being 3 and 4, yeah, that's still the same. So I must have missed a some assumption somewhere wasn't good. So let's go back to when we had this portion at least. Ugh, that's really far back. Yeah, I think this is correct, right? These are the same, these are both odd high digits. So they must be odd high digits. It makes orange medium, so that's 5. 8, 4, 5, 6. This has to go that way to be a high 8, 7, 9, 4. No 4, that's 4, 6. That's 5. This has to be 3, 4, 6. Therefore, that's 3. This is 4, 6 as a pair. We have 1, 3, 7, 9 remaining. We have 8 there to be a high even digit next to the low odd digit. Um, this is 2, 5 as a pair. This sees at least 2 cells on the diagonal. This will see, it cannot be 1 cell because again, it would have to go something like that. And then this would be a low odd digit when this is, oh wait, that could work. That could work. No, because it can't enter in that way, right? It can't be 8, 5, and 2, which has to have, so 8, 5, and 2 is very restrictive, right? Because you have to be in that has to be in the pattern all the way through. So you cannot have 8, 5, 2, and then 1. Well, it couldn't be there because it's, yeah, high anyway, so that can't be 1. Um, this is 3. It has to go that way because it cannot enter here, right? It can't go 5 and 2. So then that's 5, that's 2. Yeah. So that's not on the loop. This can't be 8 anymore because it would be high, low, high, medium, low, high, medium, which 3 is not. Um, we tried 7, we tried 6. Neither of them really worked. What about 6? Why couldn't 6 work? So what happens if it's 6? Okay, so, well, part of the issue was, okay, so this couldn't be 8. Because if it's 8, all of these are on the loop. And then the problem is 8 would have to be here. 7 also doesn't work for the same reason, right? If we tried 7, it could do something funky like this. But then this would have to be 8. You'd have to have an 8 somewhere on column 9. But then it would have to be here and here to actually, well, 8, 3. Wait, why can't it be 7 that way? Oh, maybe that is 7 that way. 8 and 3 work. Okay, so that's... So if it's... Okay, that was the issue then. is that I made that assumption that it couldn't be 7, but it actually could be 7 extending out here. Right? Right. Okay. So I don't think this can go this way. If we try going, so the thing is it can't go this way. So since it can't go this way, right? Because if it does something like that, so it can't touch once, that would be 6. So it would have to be 7 going in like that. And then the problem is this would have to be 8, but none of these, one of these would have to be low. Maybe that could work. Huh. Okay, maybe this was the bad assumption here. It can't be a full 8, though. If it's 8, this has to go all the way here, and that must be 8. So this is not 8. So this is 6 or 7. Oh, no, it can't go this way because that's 8. So therefore, it must go this way and be 8. But it doesn't... It could go straight. I don't know how I eliminated that possibility. Yeah, I don't know why I eliminated going there. But we found... So this is not on the loop, therefore it cannot be 7, because that would have to go straight there for 7, and then it would be high, medium, low, high, medium, and 3 is not a medium number. Could it be 6? It could be 6, actually. Okay, so if it's 4, it's 3 this way, because it can't go that. But it could do 6 something like that. Huh. Well, I think we've proven that 6 this way doesn't work. So either it goes out here, it cannot go back in. So these two are not on the loop. This cannot go that way because we need a high odd digit. This 6, oh, that 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 4. So it has to be 4. And then it can't go there, so it has to go that way. This is high. This is medium, and it is 6, because it can't be 4, because of 4 in the row. This is 7, 9. 6 has to be next to a low odd, and this can't be 1 or... well, we also know we see 4 digits here. So then this is not on the loop. It has to go this way. It's low, and is 1 or 3. This sees 3 cells, at least, and then 4 at most, but it can't be 4 here, so this must be 3, which eliminates 3 here, which means this must be 3 here. Okay, so then, yeah, then we have... okay. This cannot go this way, so that's not valid. This can't go here. This cannot go this way because then this would see 4 cells. So this is not on the loop. And then it can't enter here because it would be considered touching itself. So none of these are on the loop, so this is a 2. This is low. We have to have a high even digit, so that means it's here. So this is 8. It cannot go here. We have to have a medium, so it has to have 5 and cannot be here, so this is 5. Okay. So yeah, we still have the same scenario. So this can't be 5, whereas 5 has to be here. This can't be on the loop because it would be low and then high again, which is not possible. So we need a 2. We need a 2 in row 6. It has to be here. Okay, so then that's 2. So the issue was this assumption. It's that I didn't take into account that extension. Okay, so then 2 has to go here. For the even low, it cannot go here. This can't be high 7 or 9 because of the 7-9 pair in the column, so it must go this way. Therefore, this is 7-9 here. Um, remaining digits in, so then this can't be 4 here. We are guaranteed a 4 here. So one of these two is 4 here. So this has to be 4, 6, 7, or 9 here. Remaining digits in column 7 are 1, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and this can't be 8 here, no 8 here. So 1, 4, 6, 8 here, 1, 4, 6, 8 there. Remaining digit in this cell here. So this cannot go this way and then go here because that would touch itself. So these are not on the loop. And I think we've shown, yes. So 2 cannot be here, cannot be here. So 2 has to be here. This can't be 5 anymore, so this has to be 5 here. Remaining digits in column 8. We have 1, 4, 6, 7, 9. Right? No 4 or 6 here. Remaining digits of row 5 are 1, 7, 8, 9, and this cannot be 8, so we need an 8 to be here. And this can't be 1, so this has to be 7, 9, and then because of the 7, 9 pair in row 5, this can't be 7 or 9, it's 1, which eliminates 1 in the rest of the box. This can't be 4 anymore. This is 6, which makes this 4. This can't be 1, 4, or 6. This can't be 1, 4, or 6, so this cannot go high to low there. So it must go high to low here. So this is 7 here that it sees, which makes this 9, which makes that 7. That can't be 7 here, so this is 9. This has to go to connects this way, cannot connect this way because it would be considered touching itself now. So this must be medium and is 4 or 6. And this cannot be 7 or 9, it's 4, 6, so a 4, 6, 4, 6 pair here. Okay, that's better. So yeah, we kind of screwed that up previously. Apologies for that. So this is the loop then. This sees 7. We don't know about this. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 1. Again, this is a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the box, so this cannot be 7 or 9. It's 3. This can't be 1 or 3. Remaining digits in row 6. We have 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9. So 6 cannot be here. This can't be 1, 3. This can't be 7, 9 because of the 7, 9 pair, and it can't be 3 because of 3 in the column. Okay. Remaining digits of column, actually, yeah, column 2. 6, 7, 9. This can't be 9, so it's 6, 7. This can't be 7, so it's 6 or 9. Remaining digits of row 7. We have 1, 4, 6, 7. And this can't be 7 because of the 7, 9 pair in the column. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the column. Can't be 4. Okay. Remaining digits of column 6. We have 1, 3, and 4. Okay. And this can't be 3 because of 3 in the row. Remaining digits of column 5. We have 4, 6, 7, 9. So 4, 7, 9 here cannot be 6. 4, 6, 7, 9, 4, 6, 7, 9, no 7 here. because of 7 in the row. So one of these is a 6. Remaining digits of column 5. We have 1, 3, 7, 9. No 7 here. Okay. Oh, this 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 5 and 2. Remaining digits of column 3. We have 1, 4, 6, 8. No 4 or 6 here. And 1, 4, 6, 8. We have a 1, 4, 6, 8 quadruplet in row 8, which eliminates 1, 4, 6, 8 in the rest of the column. This can't be 1 or 3 because of the 3 in the row. This can't be 4 or 6, so this has to be not a 6, and this must be 6 here. This is a 7, 9 pair, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 7 or 9, it's 4. And it eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 7 or 9, it's 5. This can't be 9 because of 9, 7, 9 pair in the row. This is 1, 3 as a pair, which eliminates 1, 3 here. So this can't be 1, 3, 7, 9 as a pair. This can't be 4 anymore. We have 1 and 3 here. 7, 9, 7, 9, which means this must be 1, 3, or 8 remaining in row 4. Okay. Remaining digit here. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 9, which means this can't be 9 here. It's 6 or 7. Where is... No, we don't know. Never mind. This is 9. This is 6, 7 as a pair. This is 1, 3, 4, or 8. Cannot be 4 because of 4 in the column. Where is 4 in row 9? It has to be here. So this is 4, which makes this 1, which makes this 3, which makes this 1. That means this can't be 1 here. It's 3. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 6, which makes that 7, which makes this 9 and 7, which makes this 9 and 7, which makes this 9. 3 here eliminates 3 here. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 7, which makes this 9 here, and makes this 7 and 9. Remaining digit here is 3, and this can't be 3. So this 1 eliminates 1 here. That's 8, which makes this not 8, so it's 1, which makes this not 1, so this is 8. This cannot be 1 or 8, it's 4 or 6, but it cannot be 6 because of 6 in the column. So this is 4, which makes this 6, which makes that 4. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 4 and 6. This 4 and 6 eliminates 4 and 6 here, so it's 1, which makes this 7, which makes that 6. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 1 and 8. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 7 and 9. Apologies for that. Yeah, that was a pretty bad assumption there. I don't know how I just made that assumption. I think I'm just tired. Yeah, it was just a very bad assumption there, and I guess it's fortunate that we ran into the contradiction and then realized we did something wrong. But yeah, kind of painful mistake there. Sometimes you'll have those, and you just have to, find your way back and figure out where it is. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.